Because the question asks us to try to predict Amy's scores on future papers. That means this question is actually asking us to carry out a process of extrapolation. Okay, and we want to discuss, is it appropriate for us to make use of linear model or a quadratic model for an extrapolation for this kind of scenario? Okay, let's say we are going to choose a linear model, which means that for the portion of the linear regression for the scatter diagram that we have in part 1, okay, this is the marks, this is the number of weeks. Okay, so let's say we use a linear model, okay, to represent, okay, this portion. Okay, let's say it is going to be according to the scatter diagram that we have. Okay, so this solid line is what we have, and we are trying to extrapolate, okay, which means that in future paper it is possible for us to get scores that are over 100%. Okay, and this is not possible for a normal kind of test. Okay, so linear model, it is not a good idea. Okay, or how about a quadratic model? If it is a quadratic model, okay, so maybe a quadratic model can look something that is like this. Okay, and this is going to represent what we have here. Okay, then this is going to be the future. And if we were to once again do extrapolation, I'm going to meet the same kind of scenario. I'm going to predict that Amy can score beyond 100%. Okay, so this is also not a good model. Or how about another scenario? Okay, for a quadratic model, right, I can think of another possibility. Okay, what if it is something that is like this? Again, this is what that I think is going to fit to this portion here. But for a quadratic model that is of this kind, okay, it is going to become something that is like this. Okay, and what is going to happen is, what if we are predicting a score that is somewhere here? Okay, that means Amy, she's going to have negative percentage as her test score. Okay, so this is also not possible. That is why both linear and quadratic model, they are both not appropriate models that can represent a scenario that is like this.